Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you found your way here. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, share, you know the drill. Okay, let's dive into this right away. And this is coming after the debate that was held between Trump and Biden. It took me a few days to recover from watching it. And yeah, I decided at first I was playing around with the idea. I didn't know, should I do a video? Should I not do a video? But this is a race that is cutting it very close. And I feel like the manipulation during this race is off the charts because obviously, if we're seeing what is happening with Joe Biden in public, that means that those behind the scenes see it all the time and they really know what's going on with him. So if we're being allowed to see him in a certain state of being and they're purporting this, propagating this, then what is the reason behind it? What's the game here? Because clearly this is a game that is being played. So let's have a deep dive in and have a look at what's going on behind the scenes with Biden's. Draw some cards and potential dark horses that may pop up in August or September. And will Biden carry it through till the end? And I hope this will help you with your betting odds. And let's see what happens. Okay. Will Trump win? Now, I know that a lot of people are, and I've been focusing on the wrong question, to be honest. We all have been focusing on will Trump win? And that's not the question that we need to ask. Because if anything happens on the Democratic end, on Biden's end, that will, of course, give an advantage to Trump, maybe, but it I don't know if it's still a question of will Trump win. I don't know how else to put it. So let's see what happens and what comes up. So first of all, what's going on with Joe Biden and who is he behind the scenes? How do people that are close to him observe him? And then we'll get into the game that is being played here, okay? So who is Joe Biden, please? Who is Joe Biden? And we're doing the 4 cards, and I'm going to lay them out so that I can see them first. I'm just getting a general overview here. Okay. So who is Joe Biden? Now, in this blind spot reading, which shows the character of someone, we see here how he comes across in generally speaking. Generally speaking, people see Joe that are close to him as someone who is out for justice, who's out for law and order, someone who is able to bring balance to things, someone who's seeking balance, and someone whose time has come. That's another thing that is coming up with this card, this energy. It is time. His time has come. Someone who's here to restore order or bring order or represent order. But also there's this being a figurehead of justice and balance, because here we see the draping, right? The draping of this curtain, and what's behind it? What's behind the curtain? So if Joe's the figurehead of justice and order and balance, what is going on behind the curtain? That's what I want to know. So then what else is coming up is he sees himself as a hard worker. And he sees himself as carving something out of value and longevity that's going to last the test of time. But he does see this as being hard work, you guys. He does see this as being difficult. It's not that easy for him at all. And we see that it's not easy for him, but this is showing it's not easy for him. He really has to work hard on this. Then what is coming up here? How do only others see him? He doesn't see this about himself. So he knows he's a figurehead. He knows he's investing a lot of hard work. He knows also that he has to do something regarding the monies in so many ways. So he has to be worth the money that is invested in him. He has to work on the economy, the American economy. He has to look at the, like so many things all around money. So this is a main theme for him. Then we have how others see him is he should walk away. Eight of Cups, leaving things behind. He should walk away. He should leave this behind. He should move on. And this may be what he's doing. Now, again, this is the true walking away card, which can show up in many different levels of walking away. It's not the death card of endings, it's this card. And it's time for him to walk away. And maybe there's a plan in place, but I don't think it's that easy for him to for them to push him out of being the Democratic nominee. He'd have to walk away from it. Okay. I don't know how it works. I don't know what needs to be done. I'm just feeling like it's not going to be that easy to push him out. And he may, because this is also decision making, right? So he may be making part of the decision making as to possibly who replaces him, or who, like, he would have to be part of that decision making process. Then we've got here how Spirit sees him as the Lovers. He is, yeah, there's so many levels to this card, but there's a spiritual component that is opening up to him. There is a feeling of being guided, almost guided, like he's very close to something spiritual. And it feels to him possibly like he's being guided in some way, shape, or form. So let me turn this around so you can see this better. It feels like, yeah, he feels like he's being guided on some level. He was guided, and this is his calling, this is his position. But this could also be his passed over loved ones, okay? His deceased loved ones on the other side connecting to him, because there's a spiritual component, there's a spiritual connection there. And it's almost like there's a spiritual reason or meaning behind him holding on to this position. We also see him walking towards the spirit world, right? So he's zoning out in public. So we see that here. Yeah. Clarification card, please, for the Lovers. Clarification card for the Lovers. And we've got the Queen of Swords. Yeah. Someone on the other side, could be his first wife, could be his mother, who knows, but it's a female on the other side who is still connected to him, who is, come on. Sorry, you guys. I don't know why it's doing this. Okay, sorry about that. So it feels like somebody in spirit who's a feminine figure. This could be, like I said, his ex-wife, his mother, but there's a feminine figure, a female figure in spirit. And here we go again. That is not wanting us to see what's really going on, it seems. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. That has never happened before. So there's a lot of energy around this question, a lot of energy about what's going to happen, because it's so unclear. And every 4 years, it's getting more and more intense with these elections in the US. It's getting more and more bizarre, to the point where people really have no idea what's going to happen next or what's coming next. And it's I don't to me it's clear what's going on, and I'm sure to you guys it's clear as well. But it's invite to, and my salt heart absorb all negative energies. Okay. So anyhow, it seems that this person who's on the other side for Joe is also doing work on the other side to keep things kind of, to, she wants to shield and protect him. She's stepping up as a shield and a protector. So this is interesting, right? Really interesting. It could also be that there's the female who's, his wife now, who's like a shield and a protector to him. That could obviously also be, but it does feel as if it's As if it's, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm not sure what to say to this, but it really feels, I can't find a setup that's comfy here. But it does feel as if people are really banking on him not making it or making it to the end, but not continuing. Okay. So who's going to step up for him? Who's going to be the alternate for Joe Biden? And please just give us a character description because it's going to be too difficult just to find a name at this point. So who's going to step up, please, for Joe Biden? Who's going to step up for Joe Biden? Who's going to step up for Joe Biden? Who's going to step up for Joe Biden? And we've got someone who's young and inexperienced, younger than him, inexperienced, not someone who has a ton of history, okay? Someone who may come out of the financial world as well. What else? This is someone who's eager to step up, but is not really. There's a lot of insecurity here if they're up to the task. If they're up to the task. Step up for Joe Biden, please. Who's going to step up for Joe Biden? Definitely a female. Going to step up for Joe Biden. It's going to ring in a new era or a new cycle in this world. Okay, so there you have it. I'll leave it at that, but it's clearly stating that someone is going to step up, whoever is going to step up for Joe Biden is not going to be super experienced. This is not a person who has a ton of experience behind her. I'm really wanting to say she's either being led by a female or she is a female. This person is either being backed, supported, or guided by a female, or she is female. But it's definitely going to bring in a new era. It's the ending of a cycle of the way things have been done up until now. And but this is definitely going to have a more feminine energy to it. Page of Pentacles. This is someone who is definitely, like, what really screams out to me with the two pages is insecurity, inferiority complex, the need to prove oneself, a people pleaser, someone who's really people pleasing, like trying to please everybody. And this may eventually, if we read on, become or develop into something that is a downfall. Focusing on someone who focuses on the details, maybe the wrong details that they also focus in on. They really need guidance. Whoever's coming in, this is someone who really needs guidance, who's really just a puppet or someone who's at the front, who's meant to execute whoever is running it. And this whole thing is being run by a female. But the person that is stepping up for Joe is possibly female as well. Okay. So let's see. I don't know how it could be Kamala because Kamala has the pretty low approval ratings in the US. Everybody I speak to that is American doesn't even take her seriously or as a serious contender. So it would be surprising for her to be put up to become a nominee or for the race to shift to her after or during the September to November. So is this going to be Kamala? Where is Kamala going to be? Yes or no? Quick question. Oh, it's in the balance. Temperance, as you can see, it's balancing, right? And it's in the balance. It's going to be revealed in time. And it is a possibility. It's a possibility that it's Kamala. Okay. So let's see here. What's the game that's being played here? Why are we allowed to see Biden the way he is? Because like I said, you know your family figures, right? You know your family figures. So if anybody, what anybody sees on the outside that they see once every couple months or every couple weeks, why are we being allowed to see that, right? So let's see here. What's the game that's being played? What's the game that's being played? Why are we being allowed to see how Biden is doing? What kind of a distraction is this? Okay, news. That's what it is. Gain money and funds. Oh my gosh, these are the same cards as before. Do you guys see that? He's hustling. It's a hustle for funds. Yeah, he's holding on tight, right? Why are we being? There's a high possibility he will leave the position. And who's going to replace him, please? That's the anxiety. They literally have no idea who's going to replace him. Now, another thing is they don't want him dying in office. Okay. That is a huge, huge, huge thing that they're also thinking about, dwelling on, is they don't want him dying in office and suddenly to pass over or drop dead. That's not what they're looking towards. And we see here a ton of concern cards around that, concern over endings, moving on, transitionings, um, money for the party as well, could be obligations, and anxiety because it's not for certain. Because we all know Camilla was the runner-up. She was supposed to be the one who's now groomed into her position, but she is Camilla, right? So Kamala, sorry. She is Kamala. So she did what she did and says what she says and has made herself really popular. And I don't know how they're going to run with her. And I think that's where they're pulling up blanks. And this is why we as readers are not really getting as much info either, because there hasn't been a decision made on the other side. There hasn't been a consensus made, and there's a lot of anxiety around the answer to that question. Who could it be? And since we know he's kind of unwilling to move on, and he sees it as his sacred duty, in a sense, to continue to um, run for the party and keep this going. There's too much money, there's too much at stake. He can't, even if he wanted to, there's no way out for him easily and effortlessly. The sun, temperance, yeah. He's somehow he's going to pull it together, you guys. I don't know what kind of medication he's on, because this is also a healing card, a card of healing. Time will heal. And I don't know what kind of newfangled experiments are going or what have you, but there's a lot of energy on his side. Okay. I'm just warning you, when you're placing that bet. Um, and as always, we'll ask the question, will Biden win? Because at the end of this here, because I know it looks like uh, the other side is going to win. It's looking better and better every day. I know but there's something in the ethers that is just telling me and that's not a bias, because I really don't care, because it doesn't matter to me, because I see either side as problematic. And it doesn't really matter which side you vote for, in my humble opinion, because they're just left and right hand of the same entity, you know. So, okay, let's see here. What will the outcome be? Will Biden win? So we're going to have Biden. What will the outcome be? Will Biden win? And we have celebrations. We have a revival, but it's going to be, and that's what I keep picking up. It's going to be like the time that this is going to happen is going to be catastrophic, right? Some kind of bigger catastrophe is going to happen with the Tower card. Yeah. Um, there's some kind of a catastrophe. I don't know if the US is going to actively get involved in some kind of warfare. I don't know if they're going to have home riots. I don't know like what this is, the Tower moment, but there's some kind of implosion, explosion around these circumstances that is going to come up. But we do see a celebration here. We do see a renewal here, but we also see the chaos that ensues. Change. Yeah. Yeah. Heat, heat, escalation, and drama. That's what's going to come up here around this election. Okay. So I like the thing is too that a lot of people are like, I can't see Biden winning at this time. Like he is, I can't see it. But who said elections were ever fair? Who said like we assume they are, right? And I mean, we're taught they are, but in all honesty, do you still believe that? So let's see here. What will the outcome be between Trump and Biden? So we're going to pull Biden, Trump. Ay, ay, ay. And is there a dark horse contender? The Hermit. Wow, this is so crazy. So at the moment, and this is a snapshot, and we'll do another one in July, I'm sure, and another one in August, and another one in September, October, right up until November. But at this moment, the snapshot of this is that neither one, okay? One is a catastrophe, the other is a fool. And they're looking for someone with wisdom and strength, and that's not either of them. Okay, so I'm not quite sure. So uh, let's have a look at just the parties, please. Just the parties, because it could be that the parties win, but then personally they do not win. So personally let's see here. The parties, the Democrats and Republicans. And this is just for not for anything else, just these elections in November. Democrat, Republican. So you can take a moment, do your intuition exercise here if you'd like, and pause it here, write in the comments, what you see. And for each card, if you see any colors or shapes or anything, or if you actually see the actual card, and it would be fun to see you guys and to see what comes out. But otherwise, okay, Democrats, we've got the Queen of Wands, female energy on the Democrat side. That is running this, that is behind this, that might stand up for this. And Republican, we've got 10 of Wands. Okay, there we have it. So this is a pretty victorious card compared to this one. Yeah. So I'm not quite sure how it's going to work or how it's going to turn out, or in the sense like how they're going to make this happen. But this is what's coming up for you guys. Okay, so alrighty, thanks for watching, and let me know in the comment section below what you thought and what you felt. One more card for Joe. Is he going to see it through? I feel he is. I don't feel he's going anywhere, to be honest, and he might come back even a little bit more solid, if not a little bit more solid, but whatever he's on, it's not really helping much anymore. But who knows, they might develop something in the meantime. So let's see, well, how is it going to be for Joe moving forward? Is the King of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's the Hangman. He's going to continue through. He sees this as some kind of a sacred mission, sacred journey. He's not going to change his stance. He's not going to walk away from this. He's not going to give up. And he's going to see it through. But I don't see him seeing through the presidency. Another 4 years. That's a lot. but he's going to continue through the election. Yeah. And there's a little bit of a hangman energy here, so stuck, not being able to move. Okay, so that's that. And is he going to get worse? Yes. Like I said, he's not going to get super bad. He might stay more stable, appearing more stable, let's put it that way. But is he actually going to diminish over time? And that's a high like I'm feeling yes, that he's going to diminish even more. It's going to go faster and faster, but somehow they're able to keep it together better and better. I'm not quite sure how they're going to do this. I don't know. Like I said, okay, I hope that made sense. And if not, we'll see in retrospect how it made sense. You guys go check out my Julian Assange video that was done 4 months ago now, as the timestamp says underneath, in which I asked the question, where would Julian Assange be in 3 months? And you tell me what came out in the rating. Okay, take care. Bye. Thanks for watching.